So this is probably the third part of the video. This shit has went way longer than I thought it was gonna be. As you can see, I kind of cleaned up the board, and if you haven't seen the first two previous videos, please go back and reference those right now. Give a quick little overview, recap. We have a time axis, we have a dimensional axis, and we have an axis that represents the space plane, the plane of space. So if you was looking at this in a 3D-ish aspect, you have your height, width, and depth. Okay. All right. So what I kind of wanted to touch on just real quick, I kind of left out, is the fact that you can use different patterns to overlay on top of this, you know, right? To overlay on top of this. Those are called the platonic solids, or they're called the sacred geometry. So overlaying sacred geometry in this construct of dimensional space-time can give you a map of where things are and where to look for them. So, for example, star constellations also fall into this rule of thumb. Planetary bodies also fall into this motherfucking rule of thumb. Alright, so right now what I'm going to talk about is the sun, because that's like our major planetary body in our solar system right now, and it is our primary source for life and to sustain life in this dimension, or at least on this planet. Okay, so say for example you have the sun, and we're just going to put the sun randomly somewhere there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but we're gonna put the sun right there. All right. The reason why I'm bringing the solar system into this diagram is to show you angles of light. Okay, and what they call the angels is really angles of light. So what happens is when there's different energies on different levels that exist, right? Planetary bodies as well, energies, spirits, angels, angles of light. The angles, like say the earth plane is here, right? The angles of light will get reflected off or by the sun to produce that energy to come down to the earth plane. What I really wanted to bring up in this video, that's really important, is when you have the other planets, Jupiter, we'll make Jupiter a square, Mercury, we'll make Mercury a triangle, so on and so forth. When they pass the sun in transits, and when they retrograde and pass the sun in transits, it does affect the planet. And it does affect you. You understand? The solar system affects you. Get it? And I'll tell you why. There's the what do you call those fucking elements, the elements. The periodic table of elements and shit like that. You know the shit we learned in school that no one gave a fuck about? Well, it's finna resurface right now. Those elements are found in space. They're also found here, but they were in space first before they manifested on this dimension. You understand? And the way they got here, there's different ways they got here, but what happens is when these planets like Mercury, and Mercury is in your body, so is iron, so is carbon, so is all that shit in the periodic table of elements, all that shit. But when these planets you know what I'm saying, do their little orbital shit, and they pass in front and or in back of the sun and all that type of shit, it does affect Earth. It does affect you. So the mercury in your body changes when Mercury transits the sun. When Venus transits the sun, elements in your body change. They change. This is what they change. They change. This is terrible. They change your DNA codes. This is what happens. They change your DNA codes. The way that it does change your DNA codes is your exposure to sunlight and moonlight. Just being outside pretty much, right? Also, the transits change the plants. It changes what you eat, the vegetation and the fruits. So when you eating healthy and you're eating manifested sun in the form of plants, vegetables, and fruits and shit, you're eating DNA codes. So if you're wondering why your pineal is calcified and why you can't absorb this type of knowledge and why you can't absorb different things or astral travel or use your five senses correctly, sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, and use your other abilities, psychic abilities, it's because your DNA codes are fucked off. Okay? They're fucked off. And it's not just not being in the sun or not being eating right. It's also because the powers that be are fucking your shit off via TV, radio, especially radio, TV and radio, right? Via water, via other synthetic foods, vaccines, all kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? So being aware of all this shit helps you. You see what I'm saying? It don't help me. I don't get nothing out of this shit. You know what people say? People like, oh, nigga, you tripping. Oh, you changed. You on some other shit. No. I'm on that real shit. This is real. See, slapping a nigga on the streets, that's real. I damn near had to do it the other day. But I had to stop myself. Okay? Because, I don't need to be slapping niggas up. Even though niggas need to be slapped up. I don't need to do that. I'm gonna go about it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And and due to the synchronicities of the universe, let me know that. Cause I was damn near finna twist this nigga melon all the way around. I didn't. Okay? I'm digressing. But my whole point is, this is what needs to be taught in school. I just broke this shit down in 3 fucking videos. I'm not no smart, extra fucking genius, brainiac ass, pinky in the brain, math equation figuring out Rubik's Cube twisting ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. And if I can get it, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? It's really not tough. And I'm not crazy because you could look this shit up and look it up for yourself. Even though my drawings suck, but I think you get the point. I hope you get the point. If you didn't, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you liked my video. If you didn't, I don't care. But I hope you did. And if you did, please subscribe. If you didn't, leave a comment. If you did, leave a comment. Yeah, that's pretty much it.